It's Kat, and today we're going to be talking about what to do for the week of January 11th if you are an at-home homemaker. So, before everyone gets on, because this is a live video and I know that you're watching it recorded, let me just give you some information. The beginning of this video is a talk where I'm having a little chat with my subscribers who want to say hello, my patrons, my friends, and I love to call you by name, so please come in and say hello, give me a thumbs up, and talk to me. That would be great. Now, when we get into the second part of the video, you'll see me hold up my planner like this. So if you need to, you can scan ahead to that part, and that's when I'll be talking about the specific things that we're doing this week, January 11th, as at-home homemakers. If you're a payroll homemaker, there is a specific video for you every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. This one is at 9 o'clock a.m. So here we go. I'm going to take a few minutes to say hello to everyone. And the first person here this morning was Connie Miller. Hi, Connie. How are you this morning? Naomi Jones is here. Hey, Naomi. Erin Standifer. Good morning, Kat and Mr. B. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Erin. Marty Watson is here. Morning sunshine, she said. Marty is my moderator, and she's in the living room right now, taking care of Mom and helping me out. Erica Perry, sorry, Erica is here. Hi, Erica. Mary Hubbard is here. Good morning, Mary. Mimi Chapman is here. Hi, Mimi. Good morning. Deborah Ernst is here from Indiana. Hi, Deborah. I love hearing where you're from. Thanks for reminding me. Jean Bouvier is here. Good morning. She got me a little sunshine this morning. Marilyn Causey. Good morning, Marilyn. Kiona is here. Hi, Curly Kiki. Yasmin Sierra is here. Hello, Yasmin. Marissa Wallace. Good morning, Marissa. And Hope is here. Good morning, Hope. Jen Barletta is here from Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Hello, Jen. Pat Fisher is here. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Pat. All right. So people are rolling in this morning. Again, thumbs up is really important to let me know that you like this video, this type of video, and also to let YouTube know that this is something that you would recommend to other people. The more thumbs up we get, the more likely it is that they will recommend this video to other people, which causes other people to discover something that you've discovered. And that's the great way to get your house in shape and get yourself motivated and ready. Okay, let's see. Mr. B is on here saying good morning. Rachel is here. Beautiful T. Rachel. Good morning, Rachel, here from Eastern Shore, Maryland. Good morning, Rachel. Veronica Lopez Music is here. Hi, Veronica. Kathy Davin is here. Good morning, Kathy. I went to school with a girl named Kathy Music, Veronica. That was her last name. She's married now. That's not her last name, but it was. April Stike is here. Good morning from Minnesota. Minnesota, good morning. Jennifer Lind is here. Good morning, Jennifer. Oh, Rachel gave us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Margaret Rose is here. Hi, everyone. Hi, Margaret. Okay, Pat Hinkie says good morning. All right. Girls, is everyone here? You want to have a little chat this morning before we get going? You know what I need to do? Well, I do. Hold on. Sorry, I left my planner over there. This is my work planner. I just need to double check. I didn't look at this yet this morning, which tells me, yes, I have a client at 10 a.m. So we have exactly 1 hour. Then I'll have 4 clients in a row. Then I'll have lunch. Then I'll make your Patreon video. Then I'll have 3 clients in a row. Then I'll do all my Patreon work where I greet people and answer their emails and things. That's where I answer your texts. Your messages over on Patreon. Let's see. Maria Conley, many, many blessings. Thank you, Maria. Margaret Rose, Mr. B watched the replay of your karaoke and was singing along. Sorry I missed it live. Mr. B did a little slip in there and he slipped in and did a little live karaoke for those of you who like that. Every once in a blue moon, he'll do that. I pop my head in for a second. That's it. Okay. I'll give us about 10 more seconds and then we're just going to get into the day. Dana's page. Hi, Dana. Good morning. Folding clothing and listening. Yes. Miss D. Karen D. Good morning. Hi, Karen. Marty said, just got the notice that you're live. Well, well, well. It's 5 minutes, and that's usually when people get it. It's funny how things work. I was talking to Marty this morning. She came in. She always gives me a little note that says she's on her way to my home, or to my mother's home. And we were sitting talking in the living room having a cup of coffee, and it said, ding, I'm on my way. Things are a little slow. Let's see. But that's okay. We don't have to be slow, right? Sana says, good afternoon from Finland. Hi, Sana. Pat Hinkie, chronic pain, kick in this, so moving slowly today. At least you're moving, Pat. That's what you need. Nurse Babs is here. Haven't seen you in a while, Nurse Babs. Good morning. Karen Davis, good morning. Kat, got laundry going here. Yes, Karen, good morning. Dickie Talmadge is here from Santa Paula, California, saying good morning to everyone. Mr. B and Kat as well. Bonnie Lacey, good morning from Ohio. Hi, Bonnie. Sandy K. Slauson is saying good morning. Hi, Sandy K. Have another little sip. I'm so froggy lately. And if you notice, I have the blinds closed because this room is cold, even with the central heat and my little fireplace, my little electric fireplace. I had to start closing these blinds because it's been pretty cold here in Florida. Cold for us. It's also a damp cold, so, you know. Marty Dickey said hey to you. Mr. B said, Flylady, want to be personally mentored by Flylady Kat? Join Flylady Kat's special mentoring Patreon channel and be in this special private group, and he's given you the link. So if you're not yet a patron, now's the time to sign up. Again, as a patron, you'll get videos 5 days a week. And they're more about how we think. It's different than the videos that I put out here on YouTube, and there's no advertisements. They're like little mini mentoring sessions. And then if you want to be personally mentored and held accountable, you can mentor with me once a month for $25. It gives you 25 minutes. Twice a month is $50, gives you 2 25-minute mentorings. And 4 times a month gives you a mentoring every single week to really help you stay accountable and get and start getting your habits formed with a little help. So for those of you who are mentees on here, if you could just say something about that, I would appreciate it so people understand that it really is beneficial and it would be a good investment for them. I still have some space available. Marty Watson has given us a smiley face this morning. Kara is here. Bell. Rachel Dennis says, good morning, ladies. Miss D. Karen said, I slept in this morning, so I'm getting dressed and going to the office downstairs for work and listening to you in the background. Now I need to do the rest of the morning routine at lunch. Boo hiss. Clarissa Long, first time joining live, feeling ready to take on the week. Yes, Clarissa, so happy to have you, and welcome to the live. RM Texas, good morning from Rosemary in Texas. Hi, Rosemary. Marissa, and you're new too, aren't you? Marissa Wallace, question, I homeschool my kids, but also have a part-time job a few evenings during the week. How do you suggest working out the routines when mornings, days, and evenings don't line up the same way? Thanks. I say, unless you're working 40 hours, including your homeschooling, that you would do the at-home homemaker plan, and you just have to look at your schedule each week and figure out when you're going to do things. But the morning routine happens every morning, regardless. You have to get up early enough to get that done before the family gets up. That's what I say. Vegan Mama, Angela and Elena. Hi, Angela. Hi, Elena. Angela's one of my personal mentees. Okay, girls, I am getting ready to pop in and do my thing. You ready? I didn't see any of my mentees giving me any accolades, so I guess I'm not doing a good job, but whatever. Okay, here we go. I know I am, so I'm not worried about it. And that's not being conceited or anything. That's just that people tell me that, and they show me that. They actually physically show me the pictures of their homes. So I know that it works. All right, here we go. Ready, everybody? So we're going to stop the chatter now, and we're going to listen, right? And pay attention, because this is what you need to do this week. Here we go. Get your planners out. All right, I base this on my 50 Points a Day program, which I do over on the Patreon channel. And it's basically what we do every day. We get up every morning and we do our morning routine. We get up and we get dressed. We make our bed, unless it's Monday at Home Homemakers, because on Monday we strip our bed and wash the sheets, because today is, what is it called? Weekly Home Blessing Hour. We're going to brush our teeth, wash our face, moisturize our skin, and put on our makeup. Fix our hair, swish the toilet, wipe out the sink, push the dishes away, and have a little breakfast. So that's happened already for most of us. And then we're going to go straight into, probably if you have children, you're going to give them their morning routine, which is to get up and get dressed and make their bed and brush their teeth and wash their face and wipe out the sink and hang up their towel and come have breakfast. That's their morning routine. You're also going to do a paper clutter routine. You're going to do 1 inch of paper today. Any of these things I'm talking about, the actual morning routine and the details of it, the paper routine, the laundry routine, the after dinner routine, the before bed routine, any of the basic weekly plan, the weekly home blessing hour, the free day, the planning and desk day, the errand day, car and purse day, family day, and renew your spirit day, and each of the zones, those are covered in my videos. One is how to do the Flylady system for newbies. I made it a long time ago, but it still holds true. And also I have a playlist that I did with Nikki, inspired by Nikki, where I talk about the items like I always do. I talk, that's what I do. And then she actually does the videos of actually doing those things in her home. And it will look different for her home than it does your home, but it gives you an idea of how she interprets what she hears, okay? So anything you need to go study up on, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the number one thing I recommend is to take a pencil and paper and watch how to do the Flylady system for newbies. Stop the video, it takes about an hour, and take notes. It takes about an hour of watching, stopping, and taking notes, okay? And listen to what I say and really do what I'm telling you to do. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, because then you'll just end up where you are right now looking for help. This is the help you're looking for. Okay. After we do our paper routine, we're going to do a clutter check. That means we're going to look around the house to see if anything is trying to overtake the areas that we've cleaned already, that we've claimed for ourselves as the manager of the household. So you're going to look and see who has bad habits, including you, and where those things need to go. That happens 3 times a day. If you have little tiny children who dump toys on the floor, you also have to add in 4 toy checks, where you just put their toys back in a container, or they put their toys back in a container, or you help them, depending on their age, put their things back. Okay, then it's Monday, so we're doing the weekly home blessing hour, but not until we've done our zone. Now the zone we're in this week is zone 3. That's like the main bathroom and 1 other room. So if you have a master bathroom and you have a hall bath and you have a half bath off the kitchen or whatever, the one you're talking about today is the hall bath, or the one the children use. That's called the main bath. Now, if you're doing a weekly home blessing hour every week, the floor's getting mopped. And if you're doing your morning routine, the sink and the toilet are getting swished and swiped. So really, the only thing you really need to do in there is clean the tub or the shower. There may be other things that you also need to do, but as far as cleaning goes, that's it. You might want to deep clean once you get everything all decluttered, but at this point, that little light clean is going to take you through. So you might want to declutter the towels in the linen closet in there, or underneath the sink, or whatever. The countertops, the drawers, all those things need to be decluttered. Then you can work on an other room. Now you may choose to use the whole week on the bathroom, and that's fine. 4 15-minute sessions. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you're going to be working for 15 minutes with 3 containers nearby. I don't want you up and running to other rooms at this point. I want you putting things in the containers. If they don't belong in this room, but they belong in your house, that's put away. If they belong in the garbage can, that's throw away. And if they belong in a charity shop, that's giveaway. 3 labeled containers. Trust me on the labeling. As a sidetrack person myself, I have too many times put the wrong thing in the wrong container and then had to figure out what I had in there. And you want to handle this stuff only once. You don't want to have to dig through it more than once, because of your nature, you're going to want to take things back. So as soon as you're done, you want to take the trash, number 1, to the garbage can, put it in a big dark bag that the rest of the family can't see, get it in the garbage can. You're going to take the giveaway to the back of the car and cover it up so the children can't see it, your husband can't see it, you can't see it. You just know it's there, and on Thursday you take it to Goodwill or wherever you're going to take it and let it go. And then the put away, you're going to actually complete the process by going around the house and putting these things where they belong, or as close to where they belong as possible at this point in your clutter, um, era. Okay? All right. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to do that after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. And if you have the little kiddies, like I said, you're going to do the 4 kid toy checks. That's when the babies dump the toys on the floor. You're just going to put them back. Because that's how they learn. They don't play like an older child. They just learn by dumping and tossing around and looking at shapes and feeling things and seeing the colors. That's how they learn. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is our weekly home blessing hour. So we started this, after zone 3, we're going to do our weekly home blessing hour, but I didn't finish zone 3. If you have an other room that needs work and you feel like you can get away with just doing 1 day in the bathroom and maybe 3 days in the other room, an other room is a child's room, it's a craft room, it's an office, it's a garage, it's a laundry room. You know, and I'm sure you can come up with more. Maybe the loft, places where you don't hang out as much as the main living area, but people have made messes in there because they've used this room as a dumping ground. So that's or one of the children's rooms, which are dumping grounds, let's face it. So you're going to work in the children's room, let's say, for example. So let's say you would clean the shower in the bathroom or the tub in the bathroom. And then you would go to the children's room because it's in such bad shape, and you have 3 children's bedrooms. Well, pick the youngest child's and work on theirs for 3 15-minute sessions. Yes, I know what you're thinking. It'll never get done. Yes, it will. The thing you have to do is a clutter check, which happens every day. So if you've claimed the top drawer of your child's dresser, you've gotten that organized, and maybe the second drawer, you got that done in 15 minutes, and you threw away, put away, and gave away, then when you're doing your clutter check, guess where you need to check? Those drawers. Are people shoving things in these drawers? Are you? That's what you're doing, okay? You're checking the places you've already done. All right. Okay, that's enough with zones. Now we're going to go to weekly home blessings. So you've done 15 minutes in your zone. So let's say you got done with breakfast and the children and everything at 9 o'clock, and you really need to homeschool your children. Well, you're going to start, let's say it's 8:30, and you need to homeschool your children. But you know what? You're going to start them at 9 o'clock. At 8:30, you're going to do your 15-minute zone. It's going to take you 15 minutes. So what is that on the clock? It's not 10:30, it's 8:45. And then you take about 5 minutes to complete the process, not another hour, just about 5 minutes. Trash, back of the car, quick, put these things where they need to go. And then you can do your homeschooling. Okay, if you have to take kids to school, then you may have to stop in your process and take your children to school and come back and step right back in where you were. Not your morning routine, because that's done, but your zone. Maybe your laundry needs to be put in the dryer now. Maybe you need to fold clothes. And then after the zone, we go straight into the weekly home blessing hour, which is our basic weekly plan for Monday. So weekly home blessing hour, it's got 6 parts. You've already done 1. So now you're going to dust. You're going to empty the little garbage cans. You're going to clean the glass mirrors and glass that has little fingerprints and marks on it. You're going to vacuum your home, and you're going to mop your home. But you're not going to take hours and hours to do this. You're going to take 10 minutes for each of those items. So if you want to dust, I recommend that you stick to 5 rooms, and you only dust for 10 minutes in each room. And if you have the Flylady feather duster, which you can get at flylady.net/tools, that is going to be a fantastic thing, because then you just tickle the tops of things. You don't have to worry about moving things and wiping things down. It's not going to do a thorough dusting, but it's going to do a great dusting for now until you can get all your clutter gone, and then you can give it a real dusting with a cloth and some spray or some oil. But for now, we're going to at least get the dust down and keep the dust down. And it will look nice. It will look nice. But when you want to do those deep cleanings in your zone, then you can do like the dusting, okay? But dust 5 rooms, 10 minutes a room. 2 minutes a room, I beg your pardon. 2 minutes a room. Garbage cans, all the little garbage cans, 10 minutes, including emptying and putting a new liner in. Don't poke around. Glass, get your little microfiber cloth, get part of it wet, wipe the spots off behind the faucet in the sink where people splatter their toothpaste, and look around for any other little spots on the glass throughout your home. People prints, baby prints, kids prints, dog nose prints, paw prints, get those off. Then that's 10 minutes, so get it done. Then the next thing you have is, so that's 3. The next thing you have is vacuum. I recommend a really lightweight little vacuum for this. This is not a deep clean. This is a blessing. The blessing. If you watched Christmas Vacation, you'll think that's funny. Okay, so I use a little Bissell. I got it for $29.99. I got it online. It's a lightweight. It's easy. You don't have to break your neck doing it. You just let it go. Do its thing. It's not going to deep vacuum. It's not. But you can get the middle of the rugs with it, or even your hard surfaces. You can get that really quick. And then we're going to mop. So you're going to do 2 minutes a room on the vacuum, 2 minutes. And then we're going to mop the kitchen for 3 minutes, each bathroom for 2 minutes. So if you have 3 bathrooms, you'll be taking 9 minutes, not counting your walking time. For mopping, I have a $19.99 O-Cedar mop with a container on it. I don't have an Amazon or any other affiliation, ladies. I'm just telling you these things work, and you can get them at the grocery store. You can get them at Walmart. You don't have to go get it on Amazon. So you can get it anywhere, but well, almost anywhere that sells those kinds of things. But for your mop, you just want to get one that has a container on it. I don't recommend the kind where they have one that you have to buy their solution. It's expensive and unnecessary. If you get one that just has an empty container, you fill it with water, put a cap full of Mrs. Meyer's or whatever your cleaner is, and squirt, and it usually lasts me 2 or 3 times before I have to refill it. Okay, maybe even more. All right, so that's it. That's your weekly home blessing hour. When you're done, you're going to complete the process. Take the head off of the mop, the little microfiber thing, and let it dry so you can wash it with the towels when you get ready to wash towels. Put that away. You don't have to empty the fluid, leave it in. Your little vacuum cleaner, do you need to empty it? Does it look like it? If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Wrap up your hose and put it where it belongs. If it does, empty it. Complete the process. Your little microfiber rag is now damp. Let that hang on something to dry. You're going to wash it with your towels. Don't put any softener with your towels because it'll ruin your microfiber towel. Let's see. What else do we have? Garbage cans, we already did that. I think that's it. And then your sheets can go in the dryer and then back on your bed. No folding sheets. Yay. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. And guess what? That takes an hour. So let's pretend that you had to take kids to school. We'll just use that scenario. So you took your kids to school. You got up at 6. The kids got up at 6:30. They had breakfast. You cleaned up the kitchen. You had to leave the house by 7:15. You got them to school at 7:30. You were home by 7:45. Let's just say 8. Let's just round that whole thing up and make it 9. You got home at 9, just to give you extra time. Maybe you don't get up at 6, you get up at 7. But anyway, you're home by 9 and maybe 8. Just adjust as you see fit. Then you're going to do your 15 minutes. So that's 9:15. I'm going to throw in an extra 5 minutes to complete the process on the zone work. So 9:20. And then you're going to work on your house for an hour. So 10:20 plus 10 minutes to complete the process. 10:30, you're done. You only have to do clutter check in the afternoon, clutter check before bed. If you have tiny children, toy check, toy check, toy check. After breakfast, after lunch, after supper, and before bed. Now, there are more things to do today because we're going to eat. So each time you eat, you're going to clean your dishes or put them in the dishwasher, your empty dishwasher that you emptied this morning. And then you're going to do, after dinner, you're going to do your after dinner routine, which is just a more complex version of what you're doing throughout the day, which is you're putting the dishes in the dishwasher, and so is everyone else who ate on a plate, who fed themselves. If they can feed themselves, they can put their plate, their fork, and their cup in the dishwasher. You just stand by and help the tiny ones and get everything in and make sure the big ones understand how to put things in and where to put them. Somebody's going to wipe the table. Somebody's going to wipe the counters. Someone's going to sweep the floor. Someone's going to wipe off the stove and wash the pots and pans that don't fit in the dishwasher or need to be hand washed. And someone's going to wipe the sink. that someone who wipes the sink and works on the pots and pans and the stove is definitely you, because that's the hardest job. And you need to stay in the kitchen with the rest of the family. You're the sentinel. You're making sure it's all done, keeping everybody happy. You're making sure that the person who chose the music gets to hear their music. You're dancing. You're having fun together. Okay, and each child has a job, and it is preset before dinner even starts. Before you even sit down at the table, you've talked about it. And then you talk about it again at dinner, and then you don't let them escape, because once they leave that room, you're going to have a hard time getting them back. But you're going to say, okay, now after dinner, put your dish in the dishwasher. You have to be responsible as a parent to do this. It takes a lot of responsibility to be a parent, and it's not easy. It's a lot easier to say, I'll do it myself. It's too hard. It's not too hard. In the long run, you'll be thanking yourself. Okay? All right, and then after that, we're going to do the before bed routine, and you're going to start with yours if at all possible. If there's somebody there to be with your little children, you're going to slip away right after that after dinner routine, let the children play or be with their dad, and then you're going to take a quick shower or bath, and you're going to wash your face, moisturize your skin. You're going to pick out your pajamas and lay out your clothes for the next day. So first thing, go in your bedroom, pick out your pajamas, and lay out your clothes for tomorrow. Look at your planner. What's happening tomorrow? Are you going anywhere? What's the weather going to be? Hang up your clothes. And then go take your shower. That takes care of your body. And while you're in there, wash your face with your cleanser. That takes care of your skin. When you get out, dry off and put on your moisturizer. That takes care of moisturizing your skin. You've got 3 of the major things done for your before bed routine already. Then you're going to take care of your children. So your children's before bed routine is something like that. Theirs is go lay out their clothes for the next day. You may have to assist. Take your clothes off that you wore that day. Now, most of the time, your clothes might still be clean if you've only worn them once. You can hang them back up. But for children, they get grimy. So there's always go in the dirty clothes basket. So make sure they go in there before they get in the tub, or they're going to step on them with their wet feet. How do I know this? I had 2 kids and 2 stepchildren, and I have 8 grandchildren. That's how I know this. So put them in the laundry basket, and then get their towel. Needs to be by the tub so they don't traipse all over the place. Take their bath or shower, brush their teeth, wipe out the sink, hang up their towel or towels, get on their PJs, of course, pick out a book and come see you, because they're going to have a book read to them, or they're going to read a book to you, etc. So that's the before bed routine. Once the kids are tucked in, then you can enjoy your evening with your spouse. And once that time is up, let's say that your cutoff time is 9:30. That's my cutoff time. 9:30, I need to go into the kitchen, make sure there's soap in the dishwasher. All the dishes that have been used in the very end of the day are in the dishwasher. Wipe the counter, wipe the sinks, put out a new towel, and take the old towel and put it in the laundry room. Now, I say wipe the counter because sometimes people have left just water on the counter. It's not like you're cleaning the counter, just giving it a little wipe with that old cloth, okay? And then maybe I do have to close all the curtains, and then I go do the last part of my before bed routine. So you've got the 3 that you did after dinner. Now you're doing the kitchen part of it. So that's getting the dishes in the dishwasher, or hand washing what's left and putting soap in it and running it, or that's it. Then, so the kitchen's done. Now you're going to go take care of your oral care. So you're going to brush your teeth and floss your teeth and go to bed. So you can be in bed by 10 o'clock. Or maybe even 9:45, and then you can rest and relax there for a few minutes and then go to sleep. So if you need 8 hours and you need to be asleep at 10 and you have to wake up at 6, then that's your schedule. Okay, for the rest of the week, today we did weekly home blessing hour. On Tuesday we have a free day. That means you don't do weekly home blessing hour. You don't do a basic weekly plan item, and you don't do a zone item, which we're in zone 3. So don't say, I'm not going to do that this week. This room is so messy. I'm going to work every day in here, and I'm not working 15 minutes. I'm working an hour. You will burn yourself out, and you will drop this system, and you will wonder why it's worse than it was before. It's like crash dieting. Please don't do that. Learn the system by doing it 15 minutes at a time on those zones, and doing your basic weekly plan on the day it's supposed to happen. Now you can switch the days around. You can say, okay, I like to have my free day on Friday, for example. A lot of people do like to do that. And I want my weekly home blessing hour on Friday. I want my free day on Monday. It doesn't matter. You can switch it around, and it might switch around every week based on your schedule, based on if you're a part-timer, like the lady asked me earlier, she homeschools and she works part-time. Maybe you have to move yours around a little, but you can do it, and you just have to commit to it once you do it. Now, for the classic plan though, Tuesday is a free day. That means that you do something that enriches you, enriches your family. It's not something, and you can't say, well, enriching them is cleaning these rooms. Yeah, that's not what I mean. I mean, have fun. Do something that's enlightens you or makes you happy. Do something. Maybe you like to do needlework. Maybe you need to do your nails once a week. Maybe you need to take a nice walk. Maybe you need to lay on the floor and play with the baby. Whatever it is that you need to do, this is your day to do that. This is your play day, okay? You still have to do your routines. Be aware, but this is your free day. On Wednesday, you do planning and desk day. It's a 4-parter. It's got finance, it's got food, finance, inbox, and planner. So you plan for the next week, not this week, but the next week, Monday through Sunday of next week in your planner. Your planner should already have your plan in it for this week. If it doesn't, take a few minutes and plan out your week. Then on Thursday, that's your errand day. That's when you take those things that you put in the back of the trunk to the Goodwill or wherever you're taking them. You pick up your groceries that you ordered on Wednesday. What else? You may need to go to Costco. You may need to drop off something at the dry cleaners. You may need to go to the library. There's a myriad of things you can do. So make sure you plan your circuit well so that you're not going back and forth and this way and that. Maybe this is the day you want to get gas and run through the car wash. Maybe once a month you want to run through the car wash. You know, this is your day. If you're in a snowy area, I understand that's not happening, but that's okay if it's frozen. Okay, what else? That's it. Just be careful with that errand day, that you don't go in the stores and pretend it's your free day and putter around and waste your whole day, because you still have a family that needs you. You still need to make dinner. You still need to do clutter checks. You still need to do toy checks. You still need to do all these things because that's your commitment as a parent and as an at-home homemaker. Any homemaker, payroll homemaker as well. Never waste time. Never waste time. Okay, then we've got Friday, which is car and purse day. This is an easy, light day, car and purse day. You are going to work in your zone, and then you're going to go make sure your car is emptied of everything that's not supposed to be in it. Maybe you shake the mats, and your purse gets emptied out, and you only put back in what needs to be in there. Maybe you clean things off, get rid of things, save things, whatever it is you need to do. Maybe you need to keep these receipts. I don't need receipts. They end up in my wallet, or in my purse rather, but I don't keep receipts. I don't have a need to, but maybe you do. If you do, now's the time to put them in your inbox so that when you hit Wednesday next week, when you're doing planning and desk day, you can file them. You don't have to file them today. Put them in your inbox. Okay. And it's date night. Friday is date night. So arrange to do something with your sweetheart without the children. That's what date night's about. And then Saturday is family fun day. So don't save laundry to do on Saturday. Get that done throughout the week. Laundry is never done until it's folded and put away. Do it one load at a time. Don't take it out of the dryer if you're not going to fold it and put it away. Let it sit there. You can always warm it back up and knock the wrinkles out and then fold it and put it away. Okay, don't have Mount fold more. It's just as bad as Mount wash more. Actually, it's worse because you wasted all those clean clothes. Now they're going to get tromped on and trolloped, and the dog's going to lay on them, and they're going to end up on the floor and back in the dirty clothes. Okay, family fun day is Saturday, so that's the day you have fun. You just have fun that day with your family. Plan something. Make it a game day. Do whatever it is that makes your family happy. If you don't have children, do whatever makes you happy with your sweetheart, with your friends. This is your day. And then Sunday is Renew Your Spirit Day. And that's not just for you, that's for everyone in your family. Renew Your Spirit Day. Very important day. Okay, I'm going to open it up for questions. The one other thing I didn't mention is that you do need to check this planner. I did mention it, but you have to check this in the morning and before bed. You're going to check it in the morning to double check to see what you have planned for the day, and then you're going to check it before bed to see how you did, and then what's happening tomorrow. All right, and you might need to check it throughout the day. In mine, I keep the the list of things that we need to do every day on a page right here, right in front of January. So I can just flip to January and open it up, and there it is. So I can look at it anytime. I don't have to write it over and over in my planner. Okay? All right, opening it up for questions. If you asked me a question or you made a comment and I didn't respond, it's because I didn't see it while I was talking. So now is the time to open it up for questions. Again, I do appreciate your thumbs up, and I do appreciate you coming over to Patreon and being a patron, being my patron, supporting me in that way while I support you with mini mentoring sessions with the videos and actual mentoring sessions, one-on-one, face-to-face. You can show me your mess if you're brave. It takes a lot of heart to show me your mess. And I have people who take the big breath and take their camera and flip it around and show me their mess. And I help them. And I'm not judgmental. I'm just helping them because why? It's not new to me. It's not new to me if I never saw anybody else's. I've had my own mess just like that. And I help people, hundreds and hundreds of people. I've seen their messes. So don't think that your mess is too bad for me. Okay? And if any of my mentees are on here who I've reached that point where we've done that and you've been helped and you really feel like it helped, I would appreciate some feedback on here. Or you tell other people how good it is, because there are people out there who want to know. There are people out there who are scared, who are ashamed. And I want to take that shame away and help you. I want to help you. And I know that I did see the end of somebody's comment about 15 minutes, and I know what the comment probably said. It probably said, I can't stop at 15 minutes. It is hard. It is a discipline, but you will need to do that because you're trying to train yourself how to do this the right way. We all have the Samantha syndrome. We want Samantha to come in from Bewitched and just get our house straight, and we think after that we can do it, but we can't because we have bad habits. Okay. Okay, Mimi Chapman said, I have the same problem with sticking with the 15 minutes. Yes, but you can do it, can't you, Mimi? Nada Shepherd, morning, Kat, and everyone. Thanks for keeping me entertained while I work on my juggernaut, The Office. Go, girl. This is the week. This is the week. Okay, anybody else? Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Now's the time. You can ask me anything. The only things that I don't answer, I can answer, but I don't answer, are how-to questions. How to clean the stove, how to clean the floor, how to clean the sink, because there's too many different ways to do it, and I recommend that you go out and look it up. Vegan Mama says, I've only been mentored one time, and Kat is amazing. She's helping me stay focused. Thank you, Vegan Mama. Bell Bell says, my question, what is your question, Bell Bell Kara? Lilia, she's seen my mess, and I agree, no judgment and all help. Thank you, baby. You're so sweet. All you girls are so sweet. Lily's so sweet. She got 3 little tiny boys. Marlies says, hello, Marlies from the Netherlands here. Question, how to not drown in a project. I often forget everything else when I want to tackle a project. And I see Kara's question said she sent it earlier. Can you please send it again? Because I didn't see it because I was talking, and I don't take questions during the talk time because it makes me lose my track. But thank you, Kara, and I'll look for your question. And if you can't send it again, or maybe it was too long, and sometimes it won't come through if it's too long. Okay, how do you, when you do a project, okay, when I'm thinking of a project, I'm thinking of the way I help you do a project, which is you stop doing your zone and you only work on a project, and you do it 4 times a week for 30 minutes, average 30 minutes a day, 4 times a week, week after week until it's done. But it requires a project plan, etc. So don't jump into a project if you don't understand what that is. Stay with the other until you can find the video on projects. And it may only be on Patreon, but I think it's out here too somewhere. So Marlies, the thing you have to do if you're doing now I'm thinking that perhaps you mean like a sewing project or a craft of some kind. And that just means you have playtime, and you have to set your playtime. So if you've done all your work, then you get to play. You can't play before you do your work. So if your project is, I'm just going to use needlepoint, for example, or needlework. Your project is you're making an Afghan, and you're excited about it, and you can't wait, and you've looked at your schedule in your planner, and you have exactly 1 hour left in the day after you do all the other things you have to do with your children and in your home and your mother needs help or whatever, you've got an hour and it's right before dinner, then set your timer and work that 1 hour. And when your timer's up, you have to get up and make dinner and put your project away. You have to plan everything. If you're a sidetracked person, I know you don't want to hear this, but if you're a sidetracked person, if you have a form of ADD, your only tool is your planner. You will not succeed without a plan that you stick to. And that plan becomes a habit when you do it over and over and over again. Okay? All right. Let's see. Lots of things coming in now. I love it. We've got 20 minutes to talk too. Mimi said, I love the Patreon videos and the mentoring is very helpful. It keeps you on task. Yes, Mimi. Erica said, Erica Perry, just really struggling with doing my routines when I don't feel like it. I know you've talked about this a lot. I'm getting over a cold and let everything slide again. This is my constant cycle. Erica, if you are employed or if you have ever been employed, you know that if you're getting over a cold, you're going to work. You know that if you have a cold, you're probably going to work. Now, not in COVID times, but in normal times, when a person has a little cold, they go to work, or a little headache, they go to work. So it's the same in your household. If you have a little something, if it's not like you're not throwing up, you don't have a fever, you don't have diarrhea, you're not contagious, you're generally going to, like with COVID, you're exhausted, you can't do it. But if you're not sick in that way, if you just have a little cold or a little headache or some cramps, and normally you would have to go to work, you can't call in every time that happens, you'd be out every single month. So you have to do your work, and motivation doesn't come. You have to create motivation by doing. So the first thing you do is you have to get up and create a body in motion. And you've seen that old commercial, a body in motion, and it's based on a saying, an actual theory. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. So when you get up in the morning, we don't fluff around and drink coffee and just sit around. We get up and we make our bed and we brush our teeth and we wash our face and we comb our hair and we put on our clothes and we go to the kitchen, we empty the dishwasher, we start, our body's in motion. And that's the motivation. Once you sit down, especially if you don't feel tip-top, you're going to want to stay seated. So keep going until it's done. Just keep going until it's done, okay? And if you have to sit down, let's say you're homeschooling a child and you need to sit by them, that's still working. You're still in motion mentally. You're not just slow, right? And so when you're done with that, I'm going to be right back, baby. I've got 15 minutes to go do a thing, and I'll be right back. You work on those letters or whatever, okay? Okay. Hope that helps. All right. Let's see. Lots of good questions, girls. I'm loving it. So I hope that helps you, Erica. And Dickie Talmadge, Kat has saved my life. I enjoy knowing each day, knowing what to do. Thank you, Dickie. Ernestine Frame, good morning from Kansas. Hi, Ernestine. Naomi Jones, question. I've been wanting to paint my rooms. Would that be a project? Well, it can either be a project or a craft. So if it's I would think more that a project would be decluttering the room before you painted it, so you can make things easy to move around and paint the walls. I would think that a painting would be more of a craft, something you do in the afternoon in that free space of time that you have. But you could make it a project if you felt you needed to stop doing your zone work in order to paint. I wouldn't drag it out forever, however. So it's your call. In my opinion, it's a craft. Okay. Let's see. Gosh, there's so many. Okay, so Naomi, I hope that helps. Dickie said, Monday home blessing is my saving grace. Dana Page said, Dana said, got my laundry done, washed my shower after a while listening. After a while listening. My son is doing his math. I love what this has done for me and my family. I can't say thank you enough, Kat, for all you do. 3 weeks in. Yes, Dana. I'm so proud of you. Great job. Smiles a lot, Mama. I wish I knew your name, precious. What if we have trouble keeping ourselves accountable? And then she has a follow-up, even with the planner. It's because you haven't created the habit yet. Smiles a lot. If you have that planner and you practice using it every day, practice. You have to start with something. Start with your morning routine and say, I'm going to just do my morning routine every single morning. And then add in your before bed routine. Those two, that before bed routine is actually the most important routine of all. But just start with your morning routine, end with your evening routine. Practice it over and over, over and over. Have it in your planner. Then start adding in the other things, little by little, baby steps, and you'll get it. Because you're not the kind of person who's going to be able to go, kaboom, let's do this thing. And you'll try, and then you get overwhelmed, and then boom, you can't do it at all. You can't do it at all. So just start practicing. Okay. Gosh, there's lots of questions on here, but I will get to you. Marlise said, I decided to stop crafting, and the project is looking to do all my stuff and deciding what to do with it, looking through it. But thank you for what you said. Helps, and I will look into the Patreon videos about projects. Yes, Marlise. Donna Hacker, due to a heart condition, I had to go from 15 minutes to 10 minutes, and that's perfectly acceptable. But I do it twice, sometimes 3 times a day, limited stamina. And see, that's great because you know you, and you know your situation. I can only give the classic plan out here. If I'm mentoring you, I'm going to give you a more specific plan. But this is just kind of the classic plan, so you have to adjust it. Just don't recreate the wheel for those of you listening to this who say, oh, well, then I'm going to do, and make it crazy. Try to stick to the classic plan if you can. But if you have a heart condition like Donna, then she's not allowed to go that far. She has no stamina. So she just goes 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's fine. Belle's question came through. Kara, can you give us a strategy for getting all the other rooms scheduled throughout the year with main bath and one other room once a month? Sure. You have to determine, though, how long you think each room is going to take, but you just take your planner and you switch to each month, and you go to each month's overview, week at a glance. Let's just take May, for example. So you would go to May, and you know that the third week, 1, 2, 3, is going to be the week of the 16th, and you're going to put in 4 days of working in which room. So if you know that a room is going to take you 3 weeks, then you know 3 months of working in that room will have it done. You have to do the clutter checks in those rooms. You have to plant a flag and say, this is my room. It doesn't matter if it's your child's room, and it's not going to be messy again, and I'm not going to allow myself and my children to have bad habits. I'm going to be firm but kind, and we're going to keep this house nice because other people have done it. You can do it. So let's say that you have 4 other rooms, and each of those other rooms takes 3 weeks to get it all done. 3 15-minute sessions, 3 weeks to get it done. So it's going to take you, what is that? 45, an hour and a half, 2 hours and 15 minutes to get that room done. Let's just pretend. And you have 4 of those. Then it's going to take you all year. But guess what? When you come back to the other room again, at the beginning of the next year, because you've been doing clutter checks, it's going to be fine. And you've been doing weekly home blessing hour, it's going to be fine. Now when you come back to that room, you're going to be able to deep clean it. Get in there with a big vacuum. Don't freak out and say, what do you mean? I have to wait a year to deep clean? How long has it been since you deep cleaned all the rooms of your house? Seriously. Because they're under clutter. You haven't. You haven't. I know what your house looks like. Okay? Some of you aren't as bad as others. Not that you're bad others. That was me. That's just the situation we're in. And it's okay. Okay? All right. Bill said exactly. Let's see. I'm going to have to work from the bottom up because I'm just getting... No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep going and I'll catch up eventually. Okay. Fran Apple, what is the best way to incorporate helpful videos on YouTube like this into your schedule? You have to say, when Kat's going to be doing this on Mondays at 9 o'clock. This is a class that I have to take for myself. So from 9 to 10 on Mondays, I'm going to be watching her video. And then from 10 to 11, I'm going to be doing my weekly home blessing hour. Or maybe this is your free day. Or maybe you save this video and watch it on your free day. It's going to still be up there. Okay, you just have to figure out when you're going to do it. It's going to take about an hour for this video. But this is something to help you. It's not something that you're just frittering your time away. This is something to really help you get your house done. okay? All right. So I hope that helps Fran. Erica said it did help her. Thank you. Rosemary in Texas said motivation answer was helpful. I'm feeling the same way today. You can do it. Fran Apple said schedule. I knew what you meant. Candace Van Dahl. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Candace. Naomi Jones, very helpful about painting rooms. Thank you. And great tip to declutter before painting. Antonia, question. I've tried to find your videos on balancing life home management with a newborn, but I get flooded with Flybaby videos. LOL. Any search tips? Also, morning all. Antonia, I really don't know. I think that's probably what you are going to continue to get, Flybaby, but I will tell you that you know how to do this. If you have a baby and your baby is 9 months or younger, you just have to accept the fact that it's not going to be classic Flylady system. It's going to be a version of it, because with a baby under 9 months old, life just isn't normal. So you're going to do the best you can to do your routines, to do your basic weekly plans, and to do your zones. And if you can't finish them, you're going to give yourself grace, and you're going to keep your house as decluttered as possible by doing clutter checks. That's probably one of the main things, and toy checks as your babies get older. So that's how you do it. Once you have a baby that's 9 months old, your baby can play alone. You know when your baby's going to sleep, more than likely. I mean, not always. And some babies get this really early. And my baby was 11 months old and she was still not sleeping and taking naps and doing things. So you have to give this a little grain of salt. But in general, about 9 months old and your life is pretty normal. So you can do your things. Yes, babies are underfoot, but that's what babies want to be. So you just don't step on them and you let them play around you while you're doing your thing. And you don't vacuum while they're up. Maybe they're in their bed taking a nap when you vacuum or mopping. But the other things you can do around them, pretty good. Even clutter checks. And if you don't want your baby into the clutter that you're doing, then put them in their little walker or whatever, or in their swing, depending on the age of the child. Okay? All right. That's the answer. And that's really all there is to that. And I know that sounds like that's all there is. Oh, good. It's hard. And I know it's hard, but you can do it. You can, Antonia. Rachel Dennis, just focusing on routines this week, but adding daily, weekly plans soon. Are there any home fly babies who want to do an accountability system with me? Naomi Jones, I asked because I'm having trouble getting started on the painting because it feels too big. Okay, so you just plan it as a project or plan it as a craft and just say, okay, this day I'm going to paint. This day I'm going to tape all the edges in this one room or on this one wall. Then the next day, okay, then I'm going to paint the detail. I'm going to cut in the edges. Then the next time I'm going to roll the walls. Then the next time I'm going to do a second coat. I mean, you just have to plan it. And it might take you several weeks to get your room painted. But you know what? You're doing it. You're not doing it. Okay? All right. And if you have your help from your spouse, maybe he wants to do it on the weekends, and you can call it Family Fun Day and do something fun with it. Just enjoy it. All right, let's see. Nada said there was a great testimonial years ago from Flylady about a woman who painted her entire house 15 minutes at a time. She'd get the stuff, set her timer, paint for 15 minutes, and then put it all away. That's right, Nada. Hi, Denise Jordan. Morning routine, weekly home blessing, then zones today. I'm energized and motivated. Thank you, Kat. You're very welcome. Nancy Soretta says, good morning. BJ says, you are so helpful. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, BJ. I already read your exactly comment, Kara, so that was good. Ernestine's husband died a couple of days before Christmas Eve. I'm so sorry. I know that we heard that before, didn't we, Ernestine? I'm taking things slowly, but getting them done back to just routines for now, and that's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. BJ said, I'm the bad others. Follow through. This is most difficult. Ernestine, my condolences to you and your family. You can do it, BJ. Change your mind. Christina O, just got on. What zone this week? Zone 3, the other zone. The hall bath and other room, one other room. Crystal Miles, I made it to the end, but I will rewatch as always. I love how much they guide and motivate and inspire me. Thank you, Crystal. Nada Shepherd, I create a playlist of videos, lots of them cats, and just play it on my phone while I go from room to room cleaning. I love that, Nada. Kara said, life is always a version that is specific to us. That's right. Ernestine Frame said, thank you, BJ. Clarissa Long, we are pretty much in all project mode. We are cleaning out our storage unit and moving across the country this spring. Thankfully, our tiny place is now whipped into shape. Yes, Clarissa. Congratulations. And remember, when you set up your new home, that you set it up, picture in your mind what you want in each of the rooms, and put only those things in, okay? Megan, good morning. Caught you at the end, rearranging my house as two of my big kiddos have moved out and everything has to be rearranged. But what a happy time. Sometimes it's bittersweet, but mainly happy to reclaim your space. BJ, my baby wouldn't smear faces all over the wall. My baby would smear faces all over the walls. Our new home, and as so depressing, got him help, and baby stepping seemed like each week. In our new home, okay.
Feces.
Oh, oopsie, feces. I thought it was faces. Marty corrected me. You know, my daughter Karen painted her wall once, but not all the time. I'm glad you got him some help. It is very depressing. I was just sharing that with my mother last night. I remember when my daughter did that. And I think all babies do it. Not all. My other baby didn't do it, but none of my grandchildren did it, as a matter of fact. Just Karen. But, you know, at least he's getting help, and that's great. And now you can go forward. And you are baby stepping, and it's okay. It's very overwhelming when things don't work the way you think. And every house and every home and every family has a challenge. So don't think you're by yourself. Everybody has something. Naomi, wow, thank you for the encouragement. Love these ladies. Lisa says, Ernestine Frame, sending for comfort and peace. Lisa Iao, prayers. Mimi Chapman, that would drive me nuts when I start a project, I want it finished. I know Mimi, and you know, you and I are talking, you can do it. Smiles a lot, Mama. Sandy, hi Sandy. How often are these lives? They're every Monday for the at-home homemakers at 9 a.m. Eastern. For the payroll every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Maria Seats, good morning, beautiful cat. I'm understanding this cleaning system better and better as I wash almost every day. Yay. Marty Watson, my younger son did the feces thing several times. I just wanted to move into another house. I feel your pain, BJ. Try backwards PJs. Well, he's already got help, so probably okay. Good morning, Kat. Nice to catch you live. Thank you, Barb. BJ, it's assuring to know we ladies are not alone. You are all an inspiration. Aw. Okay, girls, I think that's it. Looks like we're slowing down. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And go on over to Patreon if you haven't already, if that's something you can do for yourself this year, if that's a commitment you can do for yourself this year, even if it's just $5 a month. It's a good commitment, something to help you. Hi, Kat. I am totally new to your channel. Do you have a planner that you recommend for homemaking? I do. However, they're all good. I personally love an Erin Condren planner. That is my favorite. I use the one that, let's get into the middle, that has 3 parts per day. That's the one I like. However, you can use a happy planner. You can use, there's just a million planners out there. So find one that you like and start using it. This Erin Condren planner, you can use my code below and get a little discount, but it is pricey. It is. So if that's something that you can't handle, don't feel like you have to have this. You can have any planner, but do get a planner that has some spaces for you to write in, because you're going to put things in there that you need to look at every day. Don't get a tiny one, and I don't recommend one with hours for you. I recommend one with spaces. I like the 3 for morning, afternoon, and evening. All right, that's it, girls. I think I saw a couple more little comments. Mr. B said, have a great day and stay safe. And he reminded everybody how to get to Patreon, patreon.com. You can also go to the link, or you can go to the app for Patreon. BJ said, Marty, thank you. Yes, it was a texture thing, and I'm sure you know if it's happened to you. Yes, I would hide and become anorexic. Bless your heart. It's painful, but I will laugh when he's 16. Yes, you will. It's the most exciting feeling, opening a new planner. It is. It's such a promise. And Ashley, I think that's Ashley, said, thank you. You're welcome. All right, ladies, I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a great day, and many blessings to all from Maria. Thank you. Everyone have a great day. do your work. Get your work done first, then you can play. And even though your house is a mess, a disaster, that's the word everybody likes to use, don't fret. See it, say, I see you, and I have a plan for you. Put it in your planner, work it out so that you can get it done over time. It will happen. It's the dripping of water that wears away the stone, okay? All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. I will have a video on here for you tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Mr. B puts out one of my older Patreon videos so you get an idea what a Patreon video is like on Fridays for you. That's it. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.